goal of this one is, basically we have to do a bunch of tasks throughout the game to become a good person, and that's all. Here's the skull of Mondane. All right, so let's start it up here, and let's start on file 2, I guess. We can go with Arthos. I can't type. There we go. And usually timer starts here. This is kind of like a multiple choice. Well, it gives you 2 options each time. They ask you a question and you have to pick honesty or compassion. It's basically like a single elimination tournament, and depending on your answers depends on what class you get. So I'm going to go for a very specific class. So here we go. We're going to start the run in 3, 2, 1, go! And I don't really need to read them. It's always the same, so you just pick A or B, and they ask you a bunch of questions like, a dragon was defeated, do you take credit for it, or do you give the credit to someone else? Stuff like that, and then every time you pick a question, something gets eliminated, so the very last 2 we have to pick the second one. So we're going for Honor here. Honor gives you Paladin, and the Paladin has the most expensive gear, and that's all we really want. So that's kind of the main reason why we picked Paladin. And we're instantly going to go into the Paladin hometown of Trinsic and sell our chain mail. Paladin starts with about 1,000 gold worth of gear, so that's kind of the main reason why we take Paladin. Alright, we sell the chainmail for 600, which is double the price, so we lose a little virtue for that. And we buy a bow, which ranged is king in this game. You don't want to be walking up to enemies like one turn at a time and then hit them with a sword when you could just use the bow. Alright, and we picked up a rune there. There's 8 runes total, and we need them to enter the shrines. And to become the avatar, basically. I'll explain that more later. Right now, there's 8 virtues, and the important part is... well, there's a really good battle. The important part is we gotta get all 8 virtues to 99, and then after that we gotta get them to 100, and then once they're all 100, we become the avatar. They all start at 50, by the way, and depending on your actions, they decrease or increase. Wow, these gold amounts are really terrible, by the way. You really want 53 gold per chest. Every chest is 1 to 99 gold randomly. And there's not much I can do about that. But the battles are pretty fast. Like, this one is a really fast one. It's just a 1 cycle. There's 85, there's a good one. At around 4, right about now I need to head towards the portal. We gotta get to Moonglow here right now. And we stand in the swamp because there's a higher encounter rate, and we need a bunch of golds at the start of the game. The swamp has a higher encounter rate than, say, grass, and then, like, bushes have a higher encounter rate than grass as well. The swamp has a higher encounter rate than bushes. So if that wizard goes reflect on me, that's probably the worst move he can do. It's a pretty long fight here, and I'm missing a lot. The miss is just random. A lot of low gold values. So I mentioned there was 8 virtues. There's also 8 stones, and we need all of those as well to get some keys later on. And that's why we're kind of hanging out by Moonglow. This is the mage town of Moonglow. We'll come back here later on, but for right now we're just here to get some gold and get this. As soon as it goes double new moon, we can search here and find the stone. That's the only time when you can get the black stone, is when the moons are double new moon. And this should respawn the portal, which allows me to just head on to the next place right now. And we'll just go right away. We just warped to Jalome, and we're gonna pick up Joffrey, the fighter, He is the, he corresponds to the virtue of valor. Canst thou laugh in the face of certain doom? Shalt I accompany thee? Yes. Welcome to the party. Now, take off your clothes, and I'm gonna go sell them. That is your first mission in my party. I'm not even joking. Take off your leather armor right now. And I will take 200 for that. This is kind of a new... I'm doing the new route that Masa Blade does, sort of. He gets this 200 gold here, and he also gets the squish spell, which is different than the tremor route. So our Bray is 2-6. So we need to port to Scar Bray next. We're just using the moon gates to kind of portal all over the place. We're just now gonna get Shamino, who's hanging out in Scarabray here. And we're gonna recruit him. We also want all of his gear. That's pretty much why we're recruiting all these people, is just for easy money. And I'm not even close to gold, so we have to grind more. Oh, this is a really bad fight. Hey. This is at least a 10 cycle? Jeez. I need to move the guys up then and have them melee. So every time you do a battle, you get 1 valor, as long as nobody has run away. And we need 49 battles total throughout the course of the game. There we go. 67. Dost thou wish my body to accompany thine? I do want to, but not for your body, but mostly for your clothes, so that I can sell them. See, these are the kind of things we need to do before we become a good person, which is kind of the goal of the game. We don't have to be a good person right away, right? Like we can take our time, yeah. There's another kind of slow battle. So the more people you have in the party, the more enemies there will be. I feel like I have missed the portal, but we can just wait for a cycle since I need it in gold anyways, so it's not too big of a deal. Gold. Here it is. No, I didn't miss it. It's just I started really early. Oof, I almost took the wrong one though. Alright, now we need from the start of the game we need about 530 gold worth of drops. Before we go into Minok here, we just portaled to Minok. Every portal can take you to one of 3 places, depending on when you take it. 55 gold, we got 915 gold total. That should be A-okay, right? Yeah, that's fine. I don't think we need to sell the club, we can just go. 915 total, and then wait. No, that's not right. I don't think I have enough. We can get 50 for the club. We can get up to 100 for the club. That's the thing. 100 to the club, and then 400 for the sword. I need some more gold. I'm not quite used to this new route, but didn't really want to have 4 people here. But this is fine, we can just do another one. I wonder if Julius has a bow or something. Probably not. Or a sling. Oh no, he just has a club. He comes with a club and a leather armor. We never used to get Julius. But we'll give him a little combat time here. Alright, so I need 500. I need 1,001 basically. I need yeah, I need 1,001 without selling. We can sell 500 worth of gear. 68. Okay, we got 983. We need one more battle. Usually here you would just reset. Like if you don't get the gold before this town, then you don't really want to be waiting outside here like this. But this is just something that just happens if you do a no reset run. We were just very unfortunate on the gold amounts. You need like an average of about 53 gold per chest, and we had several that were like 4 gold, 3 gold. Oh, he's using a missile or something. I don't want that. I'm just gonna manually move everybody. So this should be the end, hopefully, if I get 18 or more. 28, there we go. Should be good now. We need to sell the club and Shamino's sword here at the weapon shop. He offers 50, but I'm going to ask 100 and he's going to say yes. You can only ask for double. That kind of decreases your virtues a little bit. To buy the +2 sword, we're basically hiding our money from Lord British in the form of this very expensive 1,500 gold sword. And what I do now is I go up here and donate to this beggar the remaining gold that I have, which was 11 gold. That gives us 5 compassion and 5 sacrifice. We're going to do that a whole bunch more throughout the run, but you can't just spam at the same one. You have to take some steps in between. We're going to jump into the furnace, find the rune of sacrifice. Everybody's going to follow me in, and we're going to just burn in the furnace, I guess. That takes us back to Lord British, who is exactly who we need to see right now. And he will level us up to 4. That's important because now ships will spawn in the world, kind of like Ultima 3. The level is different, but the idea is the same. So now we're gonna head up. We're in Castle Britain now. We kind of death warped back to here. We haven't actually been here yet. It's kind of handy. I'm gonna look for 28 gold in this chest, hopefully, please. Okay, good. That's random, but we need 28 or more. And we pick up the rune of spirituality in that hidden room right there, as well as stealing some gold from the castle, which kind of hurts our virtues a little bit, but we'll make up for it later. Alright, now we need to ditch everybody, so this is the thanks for being in the party, guys, but We don't need you anymore. Give me all your gear first, and you guys can just sit out. You're not helping. There we go. Alright. He's blocking me. Thanks, dude. Oh, there was an exit. I forgot about this secret exit over here. There's an exit over here. It's a little closer. I'm gonna take a battle here, so we leave a chest. I need to get mana, so let's pace back and forth. Get our battle. Oh, this is a very bad battle. Any one of these guys can cast Reflect, which deflects bow attacks. Okay, enemy 3 is pretty... I'm just gonna go in for a melee hit. Because melee can't be deflected. There we go. We're gonna leave that there and look for a ship. Gotta get lucky here. It's not like Ultima 3 here where you can just kind of manipulate a ship to appear where you want. You just have to keep trying. There it is. And we're gonna use the first, can we use energy here? Maybe we have enough herbs at the start of the game. Yeah. There's the energy spell. The energy spell is really good because any enemy that dies to that doesn't show text. See, like they just disappear without the text scrolling any. There we go. Easy ship. Now we want to go take a land battle, because the land battles are a bit faster than the sea battle. Oh, I didn't get there in time. Not much I could do about that. I was just unlucky that we didn't find the ship in so many turns. We'll need a encounter before Buccaneer's done, so that we can donate to the beggar. And you don't get a chest if you win a battle on sea. In the sea. We're headed to Buccaneer's Den. Now that we have a whole bunch of cash, we have to go spend it. And this is the place. This is the pirates' hometown, and a very good battle here. One cycle. Gonna get this loot. 35 bucks. That's plenty. Actually, I have more than... I didn't need that one, I don't think. But whatever. Gonna go sell a bunch of stuff. The weapon shop. Sell the bow. Sell the +2 sword. At cost, 1500. And then we're gonna buy the crossbow, or the X-bow, and ready up everything. And we've still got 2 leather armors from our party, and we're going to sell both of those for double. Why do fights when you can just sell everybody's gear, right? Now, why do we need all that gold? Well, we bought the crossbow for 1400. Now we have to buy a key for 2000. It's not a one-use key though. It's a any key basically. So it opens any door. And the remaining money, we're approaching my favorite part of the game. You know the point of this game is to become a good person, but before we do that, we need to just rob this blind lady. Just count 184 gold and hand it to me. Here you go. Thank the ... I think she knows. I think she knows. So we're gonna get stocked up on herbs here. Herbs are for casting spells. Here you go, 1 more gold. And then there's a hidden menu, Man Root if you hit select. That one's really expensive. So we just basically put this lady out of business. Like we bought like thousands of gold worth of herbs for a mere 7 gold. I don't know how we got away with it, but give this beggar all of our cash, and we're done in here. We've upgraded the weapons armors and got the key and stocked up on herbs for the run. That's what we did here. Now we need to take a battle here. I mean, before we become a good person, we need to get ready for the battles to come. We get a chest, 42, and we head back to the town of Paz. Shouldn't take a battle, yep. Nice. Oh, there's another beggar. Here's 5 more compassion and 5 more sacrifice. The sacrifice comes from if you give them all of your gold. The compassion you will get. There's a horse. Compassion you'll get if you give them any gold at all. But if you give them all of your gold, you also get 5 sacrifice. There's another way to get sacrifice involving donating blood, but it's slower. And that's the old way. Before we knew the donate everything to the beggar strat is how we got sacrifice in the past. Alright. There was a horse. There's a couple horses. Just chill out here for a battle before we take another sail. Usually the land battles are quicker. Like, look at this one. These skeletons can't shoot or anything. They just walk. Yeah, we get some gold for it. $10 gold for the next beggar. Please don't charge me, thank you. Those pirate ships can be pretty aggressive. And we head back to the town of Britain, where we will yet again donate. He's trying to scam me, I think. I saw this in a scam. He just named off about 4 different conditions, and every time it was different. There's a rune here by the stairs, so we need that. And we're done here. Beggar and rune completes. The guy is blocking us. And I think we grab this. I left this here ages ago, so we can just grab it right now. And remember when we robbed that blind herb vendor blind? Like, we literally robbed her blind. I think she could see before we robbed her. But that just tanked all of our virtues. Right now they're all down in the 20s. We're about to make up for that now, and how do you make up for it? How do you become a good person? Just talk to a tree. And have them call you a wimp. Gotta do this a bunch. So there's 2. There's 3. There's 4. This is adding 4 virtues, 5 points at a time. There's 5. And now we're like a super good person. I'm saying no to him. It looks like I'm hitting yes, but I'm actually hitting no. There's 7. I'm gonna do this a couple extra times because I'm bad at counting. 8. This is really bad if you miscount. There's 9. 10. There's 11. There's 12. There's 13. 14. 15. 16. I think that's more than 16 actually, but we'll just do one more for good measure. So 4 of our virtues should now be 99. After all of that, we're just grinding, I think spirituality, a couple other ones, maybe honor. But yeah, 4 of the virtues are now 99. And we're gonna head into here and enter this dungeon. We're gonna do this dungeon in the dark, and we're done. For some reason that takes us to this balloon area. And we're gonna go on a little balloon ride. There's a lot of things and a lot of routes you can take throughout this game. It's pretty open-ended, so you can do the stuff in any order, so every run that I do is not always exactly the same route. You kind of make adjustments on the fly depending on the moons, mostly. Depending on if you need more battles. Hey, what's going on, Shiny? And everybody else? Alright, so more beggar. This is more sacrifice and compassion. And Masa Blade takes the battle on this bridge because the spawn rate on this bridge is higher. I need 4 more beggars. This is a pretty bad encounter of probably 7th cycle, yeah. One of the worst ones. 3 double-headed ogres and the archer guy. I mean, the strat is the same. I just bow them down before they get close. But it's just slow. So there's 10. Alright, that was the first, right? Yeah, that was 1. I need to count these somehow. 1. Always attack the archer first, because you can one-shot him and it stops him from hitting you. $79. There's 2. Gotta do this 2 more times. There's another kind of questionable battle. I don't know if I like this bridge fighting. I never used to fight on this bridge like this. Battles here are sometimes very bad. Okay, we're gonna turn in the 3rd one here. There was 3. We're basically farming compassion and sacrifice by doing this. We need all of the virtues to be 99 so that we can start turning them in at the shrines. If you go to the shrine before you're 99, then you don't go to 100. Basically, this is the 4th one, right? Man, I shouldn't be saying numbers while I'm doing this. I'm gonna assume that this is the 4th one. I'm gonna do 1 more for safety, just in case something happened. I don't want it to. It's hard to figure out later if you're missing any. But we did loot that chest in Castle Britain, so I don't think that should affect anything, but better safe than sorry later. It only cost us a little bit of time to do one more. Alright, this is good. And we're gonna go cast the wind to the east, which makes the wind blow from the east and pushes us west. This was supposed to be north ages ago. There. We're headed to the town of Cove. And the wind randomly changes like it did there. I looked away for a second and the wind changed. I need to keep my eyes on it. There it goes again. Do-do-dee-no. And there it is, a nice approach. And this is the town of Cove. You can only reach this with the balloon, so we gotta do balloon stuff while we're here. And while we're here, we gotta pick up the gate spell there from Mentalian. That's not really picking up the gate spell. That's picking up knowledge of the gate spell, so we can actually go to the magic shop later. There's some hidden doors here and a candle in this town. We need that candle to get into the final dungeon. Let's see, we're going east, I think. Masa Blade has beaten me fairly recently in this run, but he does run on the J version, which I intend to. I'm just gonna learn that one. It is way faster. All right, this is here, I think. Nice approach. Expert balloonering or something. I don't know. That's not a real word. So here we get the stone of white. We already have the white stone, the black stone. There's 6 other stones in dungeons, but the white and the black stone are kind of the easiest ones to get. This one's just in a cave that you need the balloon to get. That's all we need there. And we're gonna ditch the balloon and just run on foot for the rest of the way for a while. We need to go to the forest town of Yu. This was in Ultima 3 as well. That's where we got the prey commands. Pick up some money. 66 gold. Should be good. And our honesty kind of tanked when we ripped off the blind lady. So we're gonna get it back here by talking to a campfire. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. I'm saying no to it, by the way. 10. We're becoming very honest. 11. We gotta get this to 99. 12. 13. 14. You get 6 points for every one, and we'll do one more for good measure. In case I said yes once, which is unlikely. 24.53, wow. Who would do such a thing? Such a great game. And we're gonna go into the jail and pick up a Rune of Justice. We need that to get, of course, the runes again mean that we can now enter the Shrine of Justice with that one. And there is one more beggar in here, which I probably don't need, but let's get him anyway. Help me and my baby. And we're gonna try the newer route. I just kind of learned this recently, so this run is not gonna be the cleanest. But here's a Minnesota lady. "'Tis the squish spell, don't you know?" This is new. This is like nothing they usually do. The ones look kind of good to get back to the portal. So let's walk up to a shrine. We get our first shrine now. There's a really good battle. Nice little one cycle. Okay. We got in at double new moon. And here's the Shrine of Justice. So our justice should be capped from talking to the tree earlier. And now it's 100. So it was at 99, we went into the shrine with the Rune of Justice, and now it's 100. That's basically what's going on there. I'm gonna try to make it back to the portal in time. Because if we can port to Britain, we can save about 30 seconds or so of walking. And I should probably heal up here. Yeah, for sure. We're too low. I'm gonna try to make the cycle. I don't know if I can make it in time, but we'll make a shot at it. It's not a big deal if you fail, and it's pretty good time save if you make it. Should make it, yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely make it. So this is good. We get to make this Britain portal. And the ship's right here already. Sometimes you can't make that portal in time, like the moons are just too off, so it was kind of nice to be able to do that and save some time walking here, because it's a pretty long walk. But if the moons are too out of sync, then it's faster to walk. But this time it was just faster to take the portal. So sometimes the route changes, depending on what the moons are doing. Alright, we're gonna get another Shrine of Compassion. So we'll take their Compassion up to 100. Okay, we got Compassion at 100. We gotta go pick up the horn and revisit Moonglow. Moonglow was that town we were kind of by at the start of the game, but at the start of the game there was nothing really we could have done. Like, you don't want to pick up Mariah too early, or you'll just get a bunch of extra fights for no reason. So I want to go down about 10, about 20, about 30, and then take a right. Don't charge me, thank you. I'm gonna go on a little cruise here. You can see there's lots of pirate ships in the world. Unlike Ultima 3, where there's only one pirate ship, and it's sometimes hard to find if you don't know where to look. In this game, the ships are all over the place. And we gotta come down here to this island. We're gonna find the horn. We need that to enter the Shrine of Humility, or else there's just an endless amount of enemies there. You do a fight and then it knocks you back a tile, and then the fight is still there, basically. Now we're headed to Moonglow. Moonglow is the town of the mages. And I believe honesty, maybe? Every town is correlated to a virtue and a stone and a rune. and a class. They're all related. And we are gonna pick up a rune that's hidden right here. Rune of Honesty, and we're gonna pick up Mariah, sometimes known as Mariah Carey, because she carries us. She is a mage, and she starts with 50 mana. I'm just gonna take this in for safety. I usually don't do this, but we can do it. Get to hear some neat stuff you usually don't get to see here. And 29 gold remains. Alright, here in the... That just gives you some free healing and saves some herbs later. I'm kind of worried about running out of heals with this new route. It's not the safest. Spells Unlimited, the Magic Book Service. We're gonna learn the Squish spell, and you gotta tell what the ingredients are. And also, we're gonna pick up the Gate spell. And that's all we need here. We got the rune, we got Mariah, and we got the spells. We finally learned those spells that we heard about from talking to people. That's kind of how it works. You talk to people, get the info, and then, wow, this fight is pretty bad. You talk to people, learn about the spells, and then you go to the spell shop and actually learn the spells. The good thing about ice, the reason why I use ice on Mariah is because it doesn't really cost any herbs that I need for other spells, like heal, like squish, like energy. They all use kind of the same herbs, but ice is just kind of off on its own, and you can just use it freely, pretty much. Oh, it's Goose Chair. All right, we're gonna go up here to Lyceum. This is a castle. There's 3 castles in the world. Serpent Hold, Lyceum, and Empath Abbey. And head to the Great Library, where we're gonna no-look pick up the book. Boom, we got the book. Didn't even have to look at the shelf. Just pick it up off of the shelf without looking. No scope, no look. Just grab the book off the shelf and be on your way. Alright, we got the book. Now we gotta go do the first dungeon. In the dungeons are the other stones that I don't have. I've only picked up the white and the black stone. We gotta pick up 6 more stones. I'm gonna sail over here to the first dungeon. And don't troll me, please. Please, 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 please. Well, I'm just gonna kind of juke this guy until we get the battle, at which time that guy will despawn. I just don't want to use extra blinks, because if you get on a pirate ship, you pretty much have to blink away from it, or else it's really slow. So what I did there is just faster than taking the fight. Let me see how my mana is here. I think I need a little bit for quick. Do a little mana there to replenish the ice that I just used. Let's light and do the first dungeon. First fixed dungeon fight. You don't get any valor for this, for winning. You just have to do it to get through. And I found this strat of double energy is the fastest and best. Paladin needs 22 mana. The next one. These guys don't shoot me, they'll walk through the lava and then die. Like that. I'll just shoot that one. Okay, this is gonna be energy squish. And what squish does is it kind of does percent health, and you can see like they all just get wrecked by it. You basically use it on mid health to high health targets only. And see how fast that fight is with that combo. The old strats used a spell called Tremor, which just had a 50-50 shot of killing any mob. And I don't use that anymore, but I might go back to it. I don't know. In my goal to get record back. I gotta get it back, guys. I gotta get the trilogy back. Couple heals on the paladin, and we're gonna touch this orb. What that does, it gives you 5 max dex, which for some reason they messed it up, and the dex gives you mana, so that's why we touched that one. And conveniently, paladin started with like 23 max mana. And when you touch the gem, he goes to 28, and that's exactly how much squish costs, so it's kind of really good that we only have to touch 1 gem. You need to touch a whole bunch more gems if you want to run Tremor as your main damage spell. There's kind of a lot of different strategies you can go for in this game. The run itself is not too hard, and it's just kind of routing, and it's kind of like this open-ended routing. Headed through the dungeon to get the stone. There was a gem that I passed right there. I used to get that one. I don't get it anymore because I just don't need the mana anymore. We just need enough, just enough to cast squish, and that's all. All right, here's the stone. And we're gonna pick this guy up. This is the stone, the blue stone. Basically 8 different colored stones. That's gonna be a problem, so I'm just gonna wait it out. I don't want to really waste my regents because we need battles anyways. We need to fight 49 battles throughout the course of the run. So taking a extra battle to avoid a pirate ship is fine, because this will despawn the pirate ship, and we need to make sure we have money, and we do. I don't need to loot that. There's a lot of things to keep track of in this run, like which shrines you've done. The route is not exactly always the same. Parts of it are, like sections of it are. Okay, we got honesty, so we talked to the fire. Talking to the fire was okay, and we became the most honest person in Britannia. Why 49? Because you start with 50 and you need 99. Is the short answer, and you get one per battle. So all the virtues at the start of the game start at 50, and then they can go up or down from there. And at the beginning of the game, we make a lot of them go down, and then we power farm them back up. So, but the hard one kind of is the fights, because you have to do 49 fights, and you can't really power farm that. You just have to keep fighting throughout the game, and it works out pretty well. Like, by the end of the game, you have right around 49 fights with this route. We're headed to another dungeon to pick up another stone. Time to put on my captain's hat for this maneuvering down the river. There we go. Easy peasy. And there's just a ladder here that goes... This is kind of why we'd use this one instead of going through the dungeon from the basement, because look at this ladder, we just dive down if we go in the front door here. I call the overworld front door, and I call how they're all connected in floor 8 back door. Let's see, we need to go left, up, and attack, cast quick. So quick is a good spell. It lets you make 2 moves per turn. It's good for packs like this where the enemies are very low health and spread out. Otherwise I would use energy, so they would walk through the energy field, but on a fight like this, when they're spread out, you just want 2 attacks per turn and just take out 2 per turn. And I can run Mariah away from these battles freely without losing anything. Just because it's not this is like a fixed encounter, not a random encounter. Alright, we want to go down here, hit the button, cure the poison. And another heal for myself. And I think I need mana here as well, just in case. I'll do it. Alright, Mariah uses lights, and I might interchangeably use Mariah or Maria, so... energy and energy 1 left. There we go, that's what I found to be the fastest strat on this screen. Let's run Mariah. This Reaper, this tree in the middle here, can cast sleep, so lose a lot of time there. There we go. This is another energy fight. These little blobs, as they walk into the lava, they will just insta-die with no text. That's kind of the advantage of energy. Energy is very fast because there's no text for them dying. And we're almost done with this dungeon. We're just gotta go here. Do a little backpedaling. And here we go. Stone room. And we pick up the purple stone. I think this is the 4th stone so far. And here we can do many different things. This is kind of where the route branches, but we are definitely going to go to Minnock because of how the moons are right now. This is a really good Minnock cycle, so we don't have to wait here for very long. Before Minnock appears, this is a really bad... I could almost use a squish here. I'll use this, just one of my... Oh, I can't use squish because she doesn't have any mana. Even the ice is not very good. This is just going to be a slow 10 cycle fight. What you can do about it. I could have squished on the paladin, but... Oh well, sometimes unlucky. So the shrines, remember the runes are needed to enter the shrines, but the shrines actually give you partial avatarhood, and to enter the final dungeon we have to be the avatar, and that means we need 100 of all the 8 virtue stats. So right now my... you have to enter this at the double full moon gate here to find this shrine. This is like the one of the hidden ones. But yeah, I had 99 of spirituality, and then I have the rune of spirituality so I can get in here. I meditate, and we now have 100 spirituality basically. So once we have 100 of everything, we become the avatar, and that basically gives you 99 mana max instantly and allows you to enter the final dungeon. And there's another shrine in walking distance here. We need to do that one. You don't always go here at this point. Sometimes you go somewhere else if the moons are really bad. Let's do sacrifice real quick. There's a lot to keep track of, really. But the general route is the same. And there was partial sacrifice Avatar Hood, so now let's gate to Britain, I think. I finally remembered to go up instead of to town, because there's a cave that leads to another stone up here. We can't do another shrine right now, because we just meditated, so there's like this hidden step counter. Before we can get the next shrine. Which you could just pace back and forth and cover the steps, but more importantly we could go get this stone and then the steps will already be done. Headed to get another stone. I'm paranoid about my gold here, so here's another one of these fights. I really like this strat of double energy. Very consistent. Unlike Tremor. Tremor, you could cast Tremor and then it could kill no one. It's 50-50 on every guy. But this is nice and consistent. Like, look at all these guys that are just walking through lava and falling over. I'll give Mariah a heal. And we are in Dungeon Despise. And we will squish, because these guys are fairly high health. Now the one guy's here, the eyeballs, can cast sleep. So we want to take them out first. Luckily he didn't do it. Like, if he sleeps Mariah, that's fine, but I want to be able to shoot my bow. And we're just gonna double bow attack the front one and ice the other two on this fight. This one is exit west. This one I forget sometimes and I try to go south, but it's not this way. Alright, this one, these are low health guys, so energy field is great for this fight. And Mariah has done her job, so she can peace out, let the paladin finish it. And look how fast it is when they walk over the lava. There's a hidden wall there. Very hard to find. And we're just gonna squish these guys. These guys are like medium health, so squish is pretty effective. The energy just doesn't finish them off very well, so you really just have to tailor the strat for every fight. Sit down with save states and time each possibility and see how fast each strategy is. The hidden switch there that enemy showed us. And here we go. This one, we gotta be careful. Let's just take that really slow. Because if you donate 0 there, he kicks you out of the dungeon. So, GG, we made it, and we got the orange, or the yellow stone. That's right. We're gonna gate to somewhere. Probably Trinsic. There's a shrine by Trinsic that we have to do. A lot of stuff to keep track of, like I have to remember that I haven't done this one. And we know the steps are good here because we walked all the way to that dungeon before. And this will make our honor? Yeah, that's honor. Honor is done. Honor is 100. Now we gate to Britain. Gotta cure that poison. I don't think we need gold anymore. So we're back to the Castle Britain, and this is where there was a quick dive down to floor 8 in Dungeon Hithloth. The entrance to that is here. We went there before and exited out to get the balloon, but this time we're actually gonna stay and do the dungeon. And dive. Dive down to floor 8. This is one I can do in the dark. You want a light? There's ice, these guys. 32 is the first one. Wonder if I can missile one. Ah, missed. Well. That is gonna be super slow. Try to bow the rest of them down. Select on enemy 1, so let's switch targets. That guy. Come on, hit him. Hit him already. Alright, now we backpedal into here. And walk into the stone room. We're at the ones now that are faster to get from the floor 8. Like, all the dungeons are pretty much connected on floor 8. But they also have entrances on the overworld all over the place. So it just depends on which stone it is. Whether you want to take the entrance from the overworld or take the entrance from floor 8 in the dungeon. We'll use a quick here because these guys are one-shottable. Oh, I didn't really want to use auto missile there. I think that takes regents, and I don't really want to waste any on a missile. I have ran out of ash before, so running out of regents is kind of scary with this new route. I'll try to be careful, and I think if I don't blink any battles, we should be fine. There's a spell called Blank that makes you just automatically run away from a battle without losing anything. Alter north. Hidden wall, of course. Everything is hidden in this game. Everything is pretty much hidden. We're in the Duster dungeon. After another stone. Here we go. That was a pretty quick dungeon. You can see that some of these are really quick if you enter from the basement here, from floor 8. We could leave, but there's more stones to get. Redstone, get! There's a couple more, I think there's one more stone to get, maybe the green stone. But there's 8 stones in total. There's pretty much 8 of everything in this game. Virtues, stones, classes, towns. Everything. Colors. Secret store. Key of, okay, now that we have enough stones for this one, we can search here and get the key. The key of courage. And we're gonna cut through there to get back to this altar room. And get one more stone. You can do these dungeons in the dark, but I'm nowhere near practiced enough to do that at the moment. It's been a while. This was one of my first runs that I did. I'm just gonna energy that guy. Make a nice wall in between me and them. Even though the tree can sleep us, we can just attack him here. And then that guy is probably going to die to the lava, so we're just going to let him. Oh, that wasn't a very good heal. Should have done after. Alright, so here's this stone. This guy always freaks me out. He says, I cannot give you the stone. Then he gives it to us anyways. He's like, oh man, did I do something wrong? So we're gonna squish this pack. Again, squish was a like a percent base damage, which is good against like medium to high health targets. I'm just gonna push Mariah up against the wall since I don't want her to do anything. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. And we got a couple more keys. I think we have all 8 stones now, so we can get all 3 keys. And can get this one. This is the blue one. So any color that has blue in it. Green, purple, and white. had to think about that one for a second. I cut through Hitloth. Hitloth is really quick to travel to the different altar rooms. And get the last one. I call this the Yogi one because it's Y-O-G. Yellow, orange, green for Yog. Alright, and we're done. We got all 3 keys, we got all 8 stones. So now we're just gonna cast exit out of here. And we're probably gonna warp to Magentia, yeah? This is the only one we've done. The route is a little bit different here, but... Oh. At least it's one of them to have energy available for this fight. You want an energy for this, at least one energy here. There's also a 2 energy version of this fight, but... Got one more shrine to do. That wasn't that fast. There we go. Okay. We need the bell, so let's avoid that guy. And grab it. Nope. Change of plans, we're going this way. These pirate ships are kind of random. Sure I have everything. Again, ice is kind of free to cast because it doesn't use other regions that other spells use. So you have plenty of them. Back in my old, back in my PB, I used the Tremor spell, which is pretty luck based. It basically does a ton of damage to everything, but only at a 50% chance on each thing. So you can get pretty unlucky, and I'm just gonna try to juke this guy. There we go. The ships are giving me a hard time today. Yes. Oh. So there's one kind of shrine in here. This is available with the ship only. Certain locations are ship only, certain are balloon only. Some of them you can get through moon gates. But if there's not grass tiles, you can't land the balloon. I don't think there's a single grass tile on this place. This is the Isle of the Avatar, I believe it's called. There's a couple different areas, including the Shrine of Humility and the final dungeon. So here's why we picked up the horn earlier. We blow the horn. It makes a weird sound. And that makes it so that we can enter the shrine here. Otherwise there's a battle blocking it. And you just can't get... It knocks you back after you win, and then the battle is there again. So. Okay, we got one more thing to do. Humility is done. That means 7 of them are done, and we want a gate to... Jalome. Here in Jalome, we do need to pick up another ship. Get the shrine and the rune. Like we can't do the shrine before we have the rune. Which last time we were here in Jalome at the start, you pick up Joffrey and you don't have the key at that point. So there's a locked door in here that we need to to get past now. We kind of pick up some of the stuff early game, and some of the stuff is now. This is pretty much the last place we need to go before we enter the final dungeon. It's the wrong guy, but that's fine. That's fine, I guess. I'm not gonna lose too much off of that. We're still gonna walk through and die. Somewhat. Not a perfect placement there, but good enough. We got it. Okay, thanks, Nim. We need a bunch of steps right now to do the next shrine. That's why I'm taking extra steps here. But we also need to go get the rune, which is in town. Who is that? Who are all these people? Wow, there's two people. Concern Froge and Froge Concern. Who could it be? Who could it be? I actually don't know. Let Maria die, but use the healing. Don't heal Maria anymore. Don't need her. Gotta pick up the... Of course it's in the damage tile here, Rune of Valor. 148 health. We need like 250 for the final dungeon. And oh, we got a early ice cream cone out of Mariah there. She took a big hit on that damage tile. The damage tiles are kind of a little random, so you can take a lot of damage or a little damage, but now we get to see Mariah in her ice cream cone form. And we'll get a heal on myself. There's a nice battle timing, because hopefully we did 49 battles. Just use the Skull of Mundane, yeah. Anybody who doesn't know, the Skull of Mundane is the skull of the final boss of Ultima 1, and it destroys. If you use it as an item, it destroys the life of everything in the world, or in this game, in the town. Alright, we got Avatar Hood. I'm glad that went well, because sometimes you can miss something. There's so many little things to keep track of. You can miss one of them, and then you don't become the Avatar. So now we're good to go. And the reason why I end at Jalom is because it doesn't take too much time to just sail over to the Isle of the Avatar from there. There's a really nice fight. Hope everybody's having a good time this morning. Glad I got to show off some Ultima. I've never actually ran all 3 Ultima games at the same time like this, right in a row. I've played them here and there, one at a time, but not all 3 in the same day. Yep. Just pick something you enjoy. Nobody can answer, really. We don't know what you like. We're at 204 health. I'm gonna be at 250. I could be blinking from these battles, but I'm saving my regents. Get rid of the poison there, and we gotta say farewell to Mariah the Ice Cream Cone. And now that we're Avatar, we have all 3 keys And we have the bell, book, and candle. We can enter the final dungeon. And here we go. That gets rid of Mariah. It's gotta be a solo dungeon. And I need to heal to 250 at least. Of course we squish. These guys have a ton of health, so squish is very good. And some of them might just die to walking on lava, so there's this nice handy lava in the room that they can walk on. Although I don't want to take extra damage, so let's just take a little extra time to kill it with a bow over walking in the lava. And there's just a bunch of battle, a bunch of fixed encounters. These are all fixed encounters. There's no random battles in the Abyss. We're in the final dungeon. It's called the Abyss. Or we could call it Ultima. We could be called in the Underworld, I suppose. And yeah, all of these have really high health, so we're just gonna squish every battle. This dungeon is not safe necessarily. Oh, I should definitely just attack it. Don't wait for it to move because it can just sit there all day and range you. All right, we get this fountain for a free heal. Oh, it's delicious. You need to be careful to answer these quizzes correctly, or else you get kicked out of the dungeon, which is really kind of, I don't know, kind of cruel. Energy that guy. See if that guy will walk. Nice. Okay, we definitely need mana here. 70 mana. So you have to take into account the mana cost. With the spells you cast, because it takes you time later to get the mana back. I do that strat because it's cheap and quick. Getting some mana back after the fight, usually. This is I'm just gonna energy, I guess. Maybe I won't energy the left side though. I'll just take a little slower strat here and take the left guys out with the bow to save some regents. For some safety, because I don't want to run out of herbs. There we go, nice. In pretty good shape here, even if he sleeps me. I won't let him. I'm not gonna let him sleep me. Nice. There's a completely unobvious button right there. I would have never found. There's a hidden door here. There's two. Gotta be careful. Take it a little slow here, because you answer incorrectly, they kick you out of the dungeon, and then it's pretty much the worst thing that could possibly happen. Enemy 4 has Reflects, so we don't want to attack him. Enemy 2 now has Reflects. I'm going to attack enemy 3 here. And I don't know if he still has Reflect, so I'll take a dummy move to kind of wait a turn, and then yeah, his Reflect wore off. You can't really tell if they have Reflect on or not, but you can just kind of time it out. Yeah, this dungeon music is pretty intense. I don't think I need that heal, really. There's a hidden door there. In this room, all we can really do is make a lava field, and if they sleep us, then they have to walk through the lava fields, and usually that'll be enough. See, that killed that one while I was asleep. And we need to do the same on the back guy, because you don't want to mess with these guys. Sleep is pretty dangerous. They can just sleep lock you forever. Even with the huge lava field there, I'm still gonna attack and not wait for him to move into it. So there we go, that was a pretty easy room. This room is actually faster just to not use any magic and just use the bow on everything. Although the ice spell is, can't miss, the bow can miss, like I just missed right there, but the ice spell can't miss, but the ice spell costs mana, and you have to spend time later to get the mana back, so it's not really worth it here. I don't need any here. There's a heal coming up. 4, so that one. 4, so that one. And we go over here, there's a heal. Nice. Free heal, it's delicious. Delicious water. And we want to squish this. Gates. I think that stops you from using magic. Yeah, it's basically like a silence. Negate spell. 8 damage going in and not very much damage coming out. This has got to be Squish Energy. This is a very dangerous room right here. One of the most dangerous rooms in the game because they have the ability to cast Sleep 3 times, and fortunately none of them cast Sleep, and I'll kill one of the sleepers right there. And the trees actually got me, so now I just have to sit here asleep and wait for something to happen. My next mission is take out one of these trees. I should really use the ice spell, but we're getting pretty lucky, and they're just kind of like walking onto the lava. Here we go. Nice. See, that's why you put a nice energy field down, and you can just wait on them to step into the lava. That was a really good that I got the energy field off in time before something bad happened. Take this a little slow, because I really don't want to pick the wrong thing here. Another hidden wall here, just push into it. I believe this is Squish, since they're all pretty beefy targets. So if you just attack these guys, it'll take 8 rounds, but if you squish and attack, then it'll take 5 rounds. You have to think about these kind of... Is it worth spending the mana to save like 4 rounds? In this case, the answer is yes, it is. Getting kind of low on health, so I'm gonna take a heal. There is a limited amount of heals, like once we run out of herbs, it's not like I can just keep casting it. There is a chance that I could just reach the end and not have enough heals. Fortunately, so far we're doing pretty good on damage taken. You really have to watch the damage that you take and try to minimize it. Like here I'm killing all the one-shottable guys first. This last guy is a two-shot, and maybe I'll just do that to prevent him from having another turn. Whenever there's these little merfolk guys, I just use the bow because they're one-shottable. This is a pretty fun run to kind of try to optimize all the fights, and even the route. The route is pretty open-ended as well, so this might not be the finalized route. Like 5 years from now, the route might be completely different than what it is now. Or we might go back to Tremor and just hope to get lucky on all the Tremors. But the Squish seems to be a bit more consistent, because you get that consistent damage every time you cast Squish, but sometimes you cast a Tremor and sometimes it just doesn't attack anything. Like you just waste 40 mana, which takes like 12 seconds to get that mana back, and then sometimes it just misses everybody. Ralph! Thank you so much, Ralph, for that gift sub to Jelly. Appreciate it. We're on the final dungeon, guys. There's not too much more to go. We're on floor... I don't know what floor I'm on. 6? 7? Go on, it'll tell me later when I get to the altar. I actually just use an energy on this guy. There's no move that can one-shot him, and if he sleeps you after that, he at least takes damage on turn 2. Fortunately, that was a quick fight, and he didn't put me to sleep at all. Here, whenever you get a bunch of high health guys, you just squish. We want an energy here. I found that moving up here makes that ogre come up to me and die in the lava. Take the gamble here. Taking the gamble that this guy will just walk into the lava, but didn't happen. Let's check the herbs. Alright, we're doing great. We're doing great on herbs. I didn't see any that were less than 30. So that's good. We're on level 6, by the way. Hopefully I can count. There's another kind of beefy enemies, the sword and shields. Get some of them closer before we try an energy cast. Otherwise they walk right by it. It's not the best, but I'm gonna take it. Ooh, we're taking big damage here. I'm gonna get rid of these guys. There we go. Gotta heal here. This is floor 7 of 8. There's only one more floor to go after this. Almost there. We need at least 60 energy here. Gonna farm some mana. Just hope that the Reaper does not sleep me. Wow, he didn't sleep me, and he just charged directly at me, right for an axe attack. The melee attacks cannot miss, like the bow can. Go again, let's go and squish. This time I have to watch the damages. So 38, 32, 46. I want to attack bottom and then top. And then middle. Middle last, because I can one-shot the bottom for sure. I don't know if I can one-shot the top one. Yeah. Should have just used... And then I want to ice the middle one. I guess the axe is fine. Boom, 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 boom. This is another dangerous room because the guy can sleep you. This is which one? Squish. Yeah, just kill that guy. Auto. There's a nice auto command that'll just attack whatever's in melee. Or whatever's closest. Or sometimes, if there's nothing in melee, it'll just move you. I gotta remember which way to go here. North 80. Okay. So we need 80 mana and we exit north. A lot of mana management going on here. So we squish. Oh, I did not want to use defeats. That's bad. I waste the whole turn, and that's another turn that he can sleep me on. To make up for it, I will just use ice on the tree. Get rid of that guy. And then bow the rest. And then whatever damage I take, I just have to take it. Sometimes they don't attack though, so I'm pretty lucky there. Nice heal there. We need some mana. Probably need another heal. No reason not to, really. We'll have to do it later anyways. Alright, squish. Gotta squish first, because it's percent damage. Ooh, that killed the skeleton. We got a nice little energy here. Killing the guy that can sleep me. Nice. Okay, I walked into the lava at the end instead of attacking me. Saves me some health. This is a room that can be very long. Need to watch the damage rolls. I think okay, enemy 2 has reflects. I need to pay attention to that. Just get rid of the chest because he almost always attacks. Uh-oh, that was enemy 5. Enemy 5 and 1 have reflects. Just attack someone. Oh, enemy 2 has reflect too. Jeez, they all have reflect. And I missed. Uh-oh. They're swarming in on me. Clicked on 2. It's hard to know which enemy is which. When it says enemy 2, I mean, which one is that? There's a certain pattern that kind of... There we go. That was a bit of a long room, but... We're doing fine on Silkweb, which is, I believe, the heal herb. Most important herb that you need for healing. We're almost there, guys. There's only like 2 more rooms left. One of those is the most dangerous room, probably, in the game. We could just lose the run at the end. Just like Ultima 3, we can just straight up lose the run at the end. If we're unlucky enough with their sleep casts. I'll walk through this lava. Heal. And walk through one more tile of lava and do one more heal. No chances. Let's just have full health going into the end. Usually I wouldn't do that, but I would go in with 300 or so, but gotta be safe. Squish! Here's kind of maybe the final boss. You gotta fight all, like, doppelgangers of every class, and we lead with a squish. I like that the bard moved up there, because that's my target for energy. Oh, I don't like that I autoed there. That's kind of a big mistake, but they all didn't attack me, so this may be okay. What's ice? Get that guy out of here. Oh no. Get rid of the fighter. We can run, like, I think we can run here. I think I have to run here. We'll back it up, farm out here, and lick our wounds and try again. Yeah, we got plenty to do this. Okay, that auto was really bad. Don't worry, guys. I got a plan for this. We had plenty of herbs. We can just farm mana out here in the hallway. Actually, farming out in the hallway is, I think, faster than in the rooms. I should incorporate that someday. Okay, we got this. Just gonna reset the fight. I did not actually practice this backup. Alright, other herbs. We're good on herbs, so let's just light. Gotta be careful here, man. Because without Tremor can just kill half of them on turn 1. So that's the advantage of Tremor. And the bard moved up, which is good. There we go. That's what you need. You can't be walking into them. There's just too many. And then I'll even energy that guy to add more field on the right. I may just squishy on the left so I can just pick her off. Tinker, there goes the Ranger, and Paladin versus Paladin, that's how it usually ends up. Got 9 Silk Web to play with, so yeah, we're good on herbs. I was very conservative throughout the run. What was the estimate for this? 150? I think we might go under on this one. This is kind of a new route that I'm playing with, the squish route. And final room. This is very dangerous. We got 3 guys in here that can sleep you. We start with squish, so if they sleep me on turn 1, there it is. This could be bad. We can't run from this either, so please don't lose the run here, RNG. Okay, I woke up, but don't re-sleep me, please. Okay, this is good because we get to energy this guy and take care of the left side. And we will just make an entire fortress here of... if you want to get to me and kill me, you have to walk through this lava, basically. Ooh, I need to cast ice on this, maybe. Please die on the lava and don't kill me. I gotta kill that guy. I can still heal. There's still a heal. There we go. We're okay now. That was dicey though. This is why I don't like Squish, man. With Tremor, you would just kill like a lot of the sleepers on turn 1. There we go. Whoo! That was a dicey one. It seems like it's always dicey though. All right. The Ankh spokes. Long have I awaited. The Codex awaits. The keys unite. Yada yada yada. Some nice bass going on here. Codex stands here, radiant with the knowledge of the universe. What is our future? 8 virtues, principles, infinity. And gotta walk up the stairs. We still have control here, so time. There we go, we did it. Hail Arthon, all rise before the Avatar, proven master of the Codex. Greet now the one who has led us from ignorance into truth, from hatred into love, from fear into courage. Gladly I shall sing of your triumph, and that song shall be sung forever. All creation drinks joy from thy cup, my Avatar. Truly we shall fashion this world together. There's me. Like, I don't know why there's a doppelganger of me here. Now the real journey begins. When in trouble, call me. I will, Joffrey, and I will take your gear and sell it again for more money. That was fun, wasn't it? Hey, thanks for all the GGs, guys. There was the shepherd in the lower right. That's someone you don't see. You don't see the shepherd or the bard in the run. And there we go. Thanks for all the GGs. And coming up next is going to be Ultima 5. Let me see if we can get a transition going here. There we go, yep, it's coming.